Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Crypto Empire, where we dominate the crypto market. I am your host for today's live stream. My name is Connor. I want to welcome everybody back to the channel. We didn't go live last Sunday because of some traveling, but here we are live once again. I want to thank everybody for joining me, taking some time out of their Sunday to be here right here at Crypto Empire. I can see we already have a ton of hype in the live chat, so I appreciate you guys for pumping that YouTube algorithm and showing some support here on the channel. We do have a lot to talk about, even though the market has been completely dead. Bitcoin holding support at $25,000, but no movement. Altcoins, some are moving. We caught a trade on FET in the Discord. Other than that, it's been pretty much dead. Let me know if you can see and hear me properly. We do have a new setup. I am not currently in the United States. I'm traveling right now. So we are making do with the traveling setup. But let's get into things with our crypto market overview, and then we're going to hop into the charts. So let's get this party going. Let's get this party started. So before I look at the market, I want to check out what's happening in the live chat. Also, if you guys didn't notice, my eye right now, I got an eye infection. So it's a little bit red and a little bit watery. So if you see me wiping my eye with a tissue, that's why. Anyway, shout out to everybody in the live chat. We got Ladradoodle. We'll look at the S&P 500 in just a moment. We got Make Money with Harry. What's going on, Make Money with Harry? Good to see you. We got BitMac. We got Michael DJI Manor. What's going on, my friend? Good to see you. All Day Dre, Raphael, Reverend Flashback, Spacetime Jim, Miknaz, Jazzy, Barut, Dre, David W. Shout out to everybody for being here. Let's get into this crypto market overview. So Bitcoin 25.8K, nothing has changed at all. ETH 1600, again, nothing's changed. Really, this market it's very slow at the moment. This is definitely reminiscent of the previous bear market cycle where we are right now, where things are just dead and sideways. If we look at the top gainers on the day, gainers and losers, shout out to David W. saying, what up, doe? Anyways, looking at these gainers and losers, a bunch of low caps are moving. That's basically it. Mogcoin somehow still going. It's one of the memes out there. So yeah, gainers, a bunch of low caps that I've never heard of before. Looking at the losers, Unibot, Wise Token down 19 and 15%. Really nothing worth talking about here. So let's just hop right into the charts and start going over Bitcoin, because that's really what I want to spend a lot of time on, talking about what's going to happen from this current point on the chart. So here we're looking at BTC on the weekly price chart, and this weekly candle that's going to close in 6 hours looks pretty bad. Right, I'm talking about this weekly candle right here. As you can see, I went ahead and I marked out the June range. We have our June low down here at $24,600. We have our June high up here at $31,400. And this is our range we're playing. And this week we did go ahead and tap that mid-range on the ETF pump, that grayscale ETF pump. But we did not get any follow-through whatsoever. We retraced that entire pump completely. So that is not a good sign at all. And that makes me think that the market is weak, and there's a decent chance that we do actually go ahead and we break these lows. Right? If we continue to pump off of that grayscale news, that would have been amazing. But you have to understand that we're right back where we started before that huge news, really bullish. Grayscale going to go ahead and, their ETF is progressing, their spot Bitcoin ETF. In a bull market, that would send the price up $5,000, $10,000 in a single day, in a single daily candle. In a bear market, it has literally no effect. The price pumped like $1,000 and it's right back to where it originated to pump from. So yeah, I have a lot less interest in buying Bitcoin at this level now. After that event did happen, and again, it makes me think that we're going to go ahead and we're going to break our June low levels, and we're going to go and test some lower price levels. Now, this does not mean we're going to enter into a quote-unquote downtrend. So what's an uptrend and what's a downtrend? Let's talk about that right now. So an uptrend is very simple. It's a series of higher highs and higher lows. All right, so we have a low, we have a higher high here, right? We went ahead and we breached this high. We have a higher low. All right, we made a higher low past this previous low, then we make another higher high, and again, we make a higher low. And again, we just sweep these highs over here to make another higher high. And here we are, we have not yet made a lower low. All right, so we are not in a downtrend by any means. If we're going to classify this by the dictionary definition, we're still in an uptrend on the weekly time frame. So it's no reason to panic, especially. And here's the thing. There's two conditions that need to be met in order for the trend to change on a macro time level. If the trend is going to flip bearish here, we need a lower high and a lower low. We need both of those conditions to be met. If we make a lower low but fail to make a lower high, that means we're still in an uptrend. And let me give you an example of what played out earlier in the year when that happened. It happened over here in March. You guys remember when the big banking scare happened and Silicon Valley Bank went down in shambles and everybody was panicking and the crypto market crashed? Well, that was over here on March 10th. And as you can see, the market went ahead and it broke structure, right? It broke this low here. But it made that lower low, but it never made a lower high. It came back to these highs over here, around $25,000, and what did it do? It just giga chatted up. Okay, so it failed to make a lower high, made a higher high, so it's still in an uptrend. So there is a possibility, and I do kind of lean towards this possibility right now, that we breach these June lows, and similar to something like that happened back in March, we tank, but everything gets bought up quickly. We make that lower low, but we go ahead and we pump and we make a higher high. That is a very strong possibility right now. But as I do stand, yes, this June low is looking like it wants to get swept, like it wants to get broken through. Price pumped off the ETF news right back to where it started. So it's not looking great, to put it simply. So Michael DJ on Matter says, what do you think of the state of the market? Are we going up or down? So I hope that I just kind of briefly answer your question on what I think is going to happen. There's a very strong possibility that we do go down here. But here's the thing. If we're bullish, which I'm a bull, right? I'm not flipping bearish by any means. I'm just kind of discussing the possibility of a break of these June lows. But if we're bullish, and we know this June low over here is a key support level at $24,750, right? If we're bullish down here, well, then the risk reward makes sense to try, right? The risk reward makes sense to try long. I'm not saying to max leverage long this right now, but this does make sense, right? Even if you just go ahead and target these highs over here, you're risking 5% to go ahead and gain 22%. Expecting this June low to hold. All right, so that is a possibility. I'm personally not going to try this long, but I can see why a trader would go ahead and do that. The risk reward for bulls makes a lot of sense here with this June low just 5% away. Now, when it comes to structure, right, we have to kind of look at the past. And over here on the weekly time frame, we can analyze what happened in the bull market and then how we flipped into a downtrend in the bear market in 2022. Right, we had the low of the bull market over here at $32,000. Right, you guys remember this? If you were in the market, everybody should remember this. When Bitcoin was trading down here, and not everybody, but a lot of people thought it was completely over, and we were going to go ahead and tank from this point. But we went ahead and pumped and made that higher high at $69,000. But what happened after that? We come back down and we test these lows down here at 32K. All right, so we didn't make any lower lows here, but we bounced and we made a lower high. All right, so we made a few lower highs on the way down. When we broke this support level, this was the bull market support level. When this was broken, right over here in May of 2022. Now, yes, this is when Terra Luna crashed. This is when Celsius went bankrupt. This is when the Three Arrows Capital hedge fund blew up, right? They ran out of money. They bought yachts instead of safekeeping their investors' money. So a lot of events transpired here to create this lower low, but the break in market structure, right? I'm going to apply this to current times, but the break in market structure, when you get that lower low, right, that's when you kind of have to be a little bit on guard, and you have to watch and kind of expect the worst. Because as you see, as soon as we made the lower low and price broke beneath $29,000, it dropped 45% in 2 weeks, 7 days, in 1 week. So when you break a major low, which we kind of have right now, it's kind of a similar structure to what happened over here back in the bear market last year in 2022, right? We have to kind of watch this, because if we do break this low, there is the possibility that, you know, we get a huge capitulation flush out event. And that would be a blessing, in my opinion, if we get some kind of crazy flush out and we see some kind of crazy drop like this. Again, when it made this lower low, price dropped 45%, and to the bear market lows, it dropped 50%. Okay, but the bulk of the selling happened in 2 weeks. It dropped 45%. So very kind of similar structure right now, where we have this key low. Now, obviously, a lot of events transpired back here, like I said, to cause all of this selling. And I don't think we have, or I don't think the bears have the ammunition like they had over here in 2022 to cause this kind of major price decline. But still, it's worth noting the kind of similarities in market structure of what happened back here in 2022 and 2021 to what's happening in current day, because Bitcoin, it's an asset. Fractals play out in the chart over and over and over again. So we have to watch this. Essentially, we have to watch what happens when price comes down to this June low over here at $24,750. Are we going to break it? Are we just going to sweep it and reclaim it? Or are we going to break it and go ahead and have a major sell-off and see a noticeable price decline? If we go back to 19,600, we have a 20% drop. All right, that wick from the March 10th sell-off, it would make sense to get tested as a low. So that's what I'm seeing on Bitcoin right now. We have to be on guard. It is a holiday weekend in the US. Labor Day, happy Labor Day, or it's tomorrow, but you get the point. So I'm not expecting anything to happen within the next few days. Holiday weekends, yeah, they're very, very slow. But after that, things will probably pick up in September. Then leading into the end of the year especially, I'm expecting some volatility to come back into the market. And then after that, we have the Bitcoin halving. When New Year's rolls around, we have 4 months until the Bitcoin halving. So the light is most certainly at the end of the tunnel. But as it does stand right now, we definitely have to be on guard. This weekly candle looks extremely weak. We just went ahead and tapped the mid-range of the June range. And if we break that June low over here at $24,750, I would be waiting down here towards the low 20s. So that's my overall stance looking at Bitcoin on the larger, the macro time frames, the weekly price chart. I would not be surprised at all to see the June low get broken and see some lower prices get tested. When it comes to the lower time frames, look at the 4-hour chart here, and there's really nothing to say. There's really nothing to say at all when it comes to these lower time frame charts. Like, look, this price action, it's completely sideways. Excuse me, just drinking a Rock Mountain soda water. Anyways, yeah, this price action is completely dead and sideways. So for sure, we're going to have some traders going ahead and saying we're going up from here. They're going to long this. Like I said, put their stop beneath that June low, risk 5%. You target the highs, you're targeting 20%. It makes a lot of sense. I see the thesis for it. I'm just going to wait and see what does happen here. Now, when it comes to what's happening in the market, so that's the only trade that I actually took recently, and we caught a winner with it. We go look at the FET price. I'm not sure why it's moving. It seems like AI coins are getting a bit of an uptick. Some interest in the AI coins, but nonetheless, as you can see, FET here broke out of this ascending pennant. And once it did that, it went ahead and attacked 27 cents. Let's see. So over here, August 30th, moved to 25 to 27 cents is likely. As you can see, price was at 22 cents and it hit 27 cents exactly. All right, so I'm out of this for sure. I could see some continuation up here towards the kind of the March low prices at 29 cents, 30 cents. But I am not going to try my luck here. I'm taking the win You know, this is a 20% move right here. So that's kind of my extent of trading right now. Traveling, market's dead, really not trying to force my hand on anything. But what I am doing is I'm certainly building my bull market portfolio, continuing to do that. I know I said I would have a resource out for you guys when it comes to that bull market portfolio, and it is done. I'm just kind of waiting for my Fiverr ebook guy to go ahead and put this into a nice ebook so you guys all can download it for free. It will be available for free. So just be on the lookout for that. It'll be out soon, and you guys are going to learn a ton. Or maybe you already know everything, but it's going to be a very good refresher for you when it comes to the speculation of the crypto market. Because yeah, at heart, I am a speculator, right? That's why I got started in crypto. I've made a pretty good sum of money speculating on the crypto market. And this guide is basically going to teach you everything that I know about speculating in the crypto market and playing the bull market cycle. So this is going to be done this week. It will be available for free to download. Be on the lookout. I will let you know in my free Telegram group when that is available. And speaking of the free Telegram group, definitely go ahead and join the free Telegram group, link down in the description below to get yourself in there. If you want to be first notified when that ebook is complete. Let's see what's happening in this live chat. We got Topi Wales saying, good to have you back, Connor. Let's go. Good to see you, Topi. Brother, I bought a ton of Sui at 46 cents. I hope you can tell me your vision on it. All right, so I'm going to look at Sui for our guy here. Your name is in Arabic, I believe, so I can't pronounce it, but I will look at Sui for you. So you bought a ton of Sui at 46 cents. Yes, that's what you said. All right, so we always got to check the unlocks. So let's look at Sui's token unlocks here because they do have some unlocks coming. So in the previous 7 days, $18 million was released on the market, and the chart basically reflects that. It looks like $18 million of Sui was sold on the market here. And in the future, in this upcoming month, oh yeah, and yesterday, September 2nd, there was $16.5 million of Sui released, right, unlocked. So the chart is reflecting these unlocks, right? Bear market, the VCs and the team, they get 18 or $16 million unlocked of their Sui tokens. What are they going to do? They're going to sell some for Tether. They're going to stable up. All right, so Sui right now, definitely not one of the strongest coins for these reasons. Will it probably have some kind of Aptos APT type of move? Yes, I could see that happening, but right now, as it stands, it's definitely not very encouraging. As you see price, what's it doing? We just went over what a downtrend and an uptrend is. A downtrend is lower highs. As you see Sui making lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, and lower lows. Sui just went ahead and broke the market structure over here at 51 cents. This was the low, and it broke it over here in August, and on August 17th. Right, and then it bounced and it made a lower high. So Sui's in a downtrend. It's on a, this is the daily time frame. Sui is on a higher time frame downtrend right now. It does not look great by any means, my man. So you bought a large position of Sui. What's your target? What's your stop loss? Like, what's your plan with this trade? Did you just kind of buy it and cross your fingers and you hope it goes up from here? Or, you know, do you have some kind of trading plan in mind here? I need some more context, but just from me analyzing this right now and the fact that so much is being unlocked right now, let's see, on September 29th, another 1 million Sui coins are being unlocked. So that's the end of this month. So yeah, I mean, the VCs are just basically cashing out right now. It's not a great look. But essentially what you want to look for on Sui is for price to come back down to 45 cents. And, you know, it just broke this market structure over here at 51 cents. Bounced and made a lower high. It doesn't look great, personally. I would kind of really know my risk if I was you. If you bought a ton at 46 cents, I would kind of analyze how much I'm risking here and what could go wrong. Me personally, I would stay away from Sui. That's just me. Right now, will that change in 1 week or 1 month from now after more unlocks happen? Yes, that could change. But as of right now, in this exact moment, I have no interest in buying any Sui. So I hope that helps. Let's see, we got Sean Nevin saying, "What's up, bro? I'm just listening today as I got some stuff done around the house." Sounds good, Sean. Good to have you here. Julio 26. Hi, Connor. Based on where we are today, do you still think Bitcoin will reach the 40K range this year? It is certainly possible, right? We still have the entire Q4. We got 3 full months, actually 4 full months, September, October, November, December, to go ahead and kind of reach that 40K level. It could happen end of year. So I'm not going to say that my prediction of get our exact chart that we want. This one. Okay, here we go. So the 2022 yearly open price up here at 46K. Anybody who's been watching my streams all year long would know that this is kind of my 2023 price prediction for how high Bitcoin will go. And it's still possible. We still have 4 months left in the year. That's 1/3 of the entire year still left to go here. So I'm not going to say it's impossible. It is certainly possible, especially if we get some good ETF news soon and they actually like approve the ETF and it goes, on the market to trade. But maybe that's going to happen in March of next year in 2024. But nonetheless, yes, to answer your question, I do still think it is possible. We got Andrea. What's up, Andrea? Good to see you. Dre saying smash the like button. Absolutely smash that like button, guys. Over 30 viewers, only 21 likes. That's weak. Smash that like button. Get some hype in the live chat. Anders, how late am I? You're right on time, Anders. We just started a moment ago. Andrea says, how do we know for sure this time the halving won't be different? Maybe we get a bad recession and the S&P 500 dumps like crazy. All right, so we had Ladradoodle asking about the S&P right now. So we'll go look at the S&P for all of the traditional finance traders and speculators. Excuse me. Clear the fluid out of my eye that's been compromised by some kind of bacteria or something over here, Thailand. We'll look at the ES. So looking at the S&P weekly, this weekly candle is looking pretty good, although it could be going up to make a nice little M double top. So we have to be wary of that. We did just break this low. Swept the low, all in all. Yeah, this doesn't look necessarily extremely bullish to me. Bearish divergence played out well from up here at 4,600. And let's see how the dollar is doing while we're looking at this as well. So dollar came up and filled our hole here at 103.8. And our major support resistance flip at 103.8 is being flipped from resistance back into support. All right, so the dollar's on a tear up right now. It looks like it's about to go ahead and push up from here up to 105.8. So not great for risk on. I just talked about Bitcoin and I said pretty clearly that, yeah, there's a pretty decent chance we're going to break 25K right now. And looking at this DXY chart, it certainly supports that idea. And then just looking at the ES as well, right? You had your higher time frame bearish divergence play out. Again, you broke the market structure to the downside. You made a lower low. Now you're coming back up to test the highs. Definitely be weary of a double top or some kind of bearish some kind of bearish pattern to print here because, yeah, that DXY does look strong, and the DXY looks like it wants to head right here towards 105.7, 105.8 into this supply level. Last time I was up here, March of 2023. Let's see. We got Mike B1800 saying, glad to be here. No excuse with the new time. Yeah, absolutely no excuse. It's like 11:30 p.m. over here, but of course, as an American, I will cater to the U.S. audience in the U.S. time zone. What can you expect from me, right? Andrea says, have you changed the time you're going live on Sundays? No, we have not changed the time necessarily. I would always go live between 12 p.m. and 5 p.m., so it's not really changing. Connor, have you been checking out some of the possible gems I DM you on Twitter? I find some interesting. Please feel free to share. For sure, Anders. I've looked into a few of them. I like a few of them as well. We'll get into that in just a moment of time. Harry saying, get some honey. Sounds good, Harry. I will take that tip for sure. Thank you. Jeff asking about AWC Atomic Wallet coin. So here's the thing. Atomic Wallet had some huge security breach earlier in the year. Right? People had their Atomic Wallet on their desktop, on their phone. Their seed phrases were kept offline. But their Atomic Wallets got compromised because Atomic Wallet's server got compromised. They had their seed phrases or private keys of every user on their own server. So no, I don't really like Atomic Wallet coin. And could it do well in the bull market? Sure, but it is nowhere near on my watch list. Nowhere near on my watch list. It's a new coin, which is good. Just went, no, it's actually not. It's actually not a new coin at all. Been around since 2019. So no, absolutely not, Jeff. I have no interest in Atomic Wallet coin. Look, when it comes to our bull market portfolio and speculating to make a ton of money, right? Turning 5 figures into millions possibly, right? You guys are going to learn exactly what I look for as soon as I publish this ebook. But I'll talk about it briefly now. There's a few main things that we look for. Being a new coin, being that it's never seen a bull market before, that's certainly very high on the priority list. It's not the end all be all. I like some old coins because of some narratives or bullish fundamentals. So a fresh coin with no bull market that it's seen is one very strong thing we look for. Another thing is what is outperforming in this bear market? Because usually the bear market outperformers tend to be the best performers when the bull market comes around. Now, I know I've gotten asked about this coin a lot on live streams, and I've kind of always dismissed it because I never did any proper research into it. But I've actually been looking into Caspa quite a bit now. And something like Caspa is very interesting. The proof of work, layer 1 blockchain, has very strong fundamentals from what I've seen. There are some speculators or some people that are saying there was a pre-mine, and early access guys got a ton of tokens essentially before everybody else could, but that's kind of been debunked. I'll make a video to kind of explain that. But looking at this coin, it's kind of insane the way it's performed this year. Started trading on Bitget. Let's look at a different chart where it's been around a little bit longer. So looking at something like Caspa, you look at where it started the year. Start of the year over here at 0.003 cents. Got up to 5 cents. All right, that's a huge run. This is, as far as I know, out of like the high caps and the mid caps, this has been the best performer. Right? This has performed the best in terms of every single asset. That's not some kind of meme coin, low liquidity, Uniswap only, Ethereum only coin. All right, so something like Caspa You guys look into it. I'll make a video on it to kind of elaborate my thoughts. But something like this that has outperformed the entire market. It smoked Bitcoin. It smoked every asset. It smoked Ethereum in terms of price performance this year. It's a new coin. It hasn't seen a full bull market yet. There's reasons to be bullish on stuff like this. All right. So Caspa is certainly something of interest in terms of a bull market portfolio. How high it can go realistically? Well, right now the market cap is $700 million. Look, if you guys forgot, we saw something like Cardano. I always like using Cardano as a comparison because it's literal vaporware. You can't really use it at all. Or I don't know why anybody would choose to use it. But don't forget, something like Cardano went to a market cap of 91, 92, $95 billion. Okay? Caspa right now, objectively speaking, much better technology than something like Cardano. Market cap, it peaked out at 945 million. Right now it's $711 million. It has not seen a bull market yet. Could it hit 50 billion? For sure it could hit 50 billion. I mean, even 30 billion would be an insane gain, right? So that's something that that kind of intrigues me a little bit, just in terms of performance, outperforming everything in the bear market, and also it's a new fresh coin. Another one that I really like is Bitsensor Tau, brand new coin. Realistically, the most bullish AI crypto that I've seen. I'm out here in Thailand right now. I'll tell you a real life story, and I'll go to like a cafe or a co-working space, and there's a lot of tourists, call them Farang out here, basically the digital nomad type, if you will. And they all talk about artificial intelligence. They all talk about AI. The amount of times that I've heard people talking about or overheard talking about artificial intelligence is insane. All right, so AI is so far from done. AI is not a bubble whatsoever. AI is just getting started. And when it comes to the AI cryptos, Tau, from everything that I've seen, all the research that I've done, it's really the only open sourced decentralized protocol. The only way to get these Tau coins is by being a miner or being a validator, by contributing to the network, or you buy them on the open market like I'm doing. So the Tau market cap right now is $273 million. And the price is $52 per coin. There's only 21 million of these things, right? It's just like Bitcoin. It was modeled, the tokenomics were modeled after Bitcoin. If you haven't watched my full Tau video, go ahead and do that to learn more about this. But yeah, I mean, this for sure is, I mean, it's kind of like my highest conviction coin right now. I'm not going to say it kind of is. Tau is my highest conviction coin in terms of speculation for this next bull run. So yeah, just a little bit of insight. You'll learn everything in this ebook, but just to share a little bit of insight with you right now. Mike B asking to look at Tomo. Yeah, let's look at that right now. And then we got Cold Hands talking about Change CHNG, which is an interoperability kind of DeFi play. And in terms of low caps, it's a good one. I'm familiar with CHNG. Been looking into it a fair bit actually recently. A market cap of $30 million. I think it's undervalued. I like it. This is something I would consider something like an asymmetric bet, where I would throw small amount into it compared to one of my core positions, but at a $30 million market cap, it can go to pretty crazy high valuations in a bull run. So yeah, I like that. I like CHNG for a hodl into this next run. So Tomo. This is the 1 month chart here on Tomo. And Mike B said it's building liquidity, looking for a ripe rip down. Yeah, so pretty clear on what Mike B is seeing here. This $1 level is holding as support since June. Okay, and price has been trading within this June range. since it formed. I'll go ahead and put that range up on the chart so everybody can kind of see what I'm talking about. Like so. I went ahead and I marked the lows and the highs of June with these gray lines. And this thing is just playing ping pong between the range lows and the range highs. Yeah. RSI breaking down, showing weakness here. If we can drop this and kind of see. So we're coming up to our mid-range. And we have a very clean trend line forming as well. So what I would be doing is for a short, I would short this trend line break. Keep it very simple. You don't have to complicate a trade like this. All right. And you're coming up to this mid-range resistance. So you want to see how we act over here at $1.33. If we reject off of that and break this trend line, that's when you tack on the short. Right? First target would be 93 cents. These lows, maybe you sell 20% of your position there and you leave the rest for lower. This thing was just charging up. Like, this is such a clean uptrend here in the daily chart. Low, high, low, high, low, high. You just clear higher highs and higher lows. Now we go into a period of consolidation. Start to see some buyer exhaustion. The market will go ahead and find buyers. Where is it going to do that? It's going to do that in a demand zone. And your demand zone that I see is down here at 83 cents to 67 cents. So Mike B, this is your target for the short. Down here to 63 cents. And if we pull our fib, that looks like it would be right in our 78.6. Bingo. Right in the 78.6 at 75 cents. So that's your target. Wait for that trend line break to be safe. Hopefully you get a higher entry towards this mid-range. Maybe you get a sweep of these highs over here. Regardless, you want to wait for kind of a confirmation entry on something like this. But yeah, certainly an actionable setup right there. Something to keep an eye on. Price playing ping pong in this range. And other things to look for shorts on. If we look at other coins that have big unlocks coming soon, we have IMX, the Immutable X gaming blockchain. They will be unlocking $10 million in 6 days or in 5 days. Aptos will be unlocking $25 million in 7 days. ApeCoin will be unlocking $54 million in 12 days. And Optimism OP will be unlocking $32 million in 26 days. So some big unlocks coming this month. These are what I would be looking for shorts on personally. And then Sui as well, we already talked about. But let's look at something like OP. Something like OP at the end of this month in 26 days is going to unlock $32 million of liquidity. What are those VCs? What's the team going to do? They're probably going to sell it. And OP already coming way back down to earth after a very bullish start to the year. Hit the $3 level exactly like I did predict right here on YouTube. If you guys didn't watch that OP video, go back in time and watch that one. Good video, and you'll see my analysis play out exactly. I'm not going to say as predicted, but it played out exactly. Yeah, OP looking quite weak. Pretty pathetic chart. Looks like we just broke this line. We connect these lows. We have a clean market structure break of this trend line going back to the June lows. You have your June lows over here, 89 cents. Pretty decent chance these June lows do get revisited down here, 89 cents. So we want to short the bounce. You don't short right now, but if we get a nice bounce, right, and price comes in and retests this trend line around $1.50, maybe $1.60, that's where we look to short OP. And we look to ride that back down to these June lows at 89.90 cents. Again, $32 million being unlocked right here above this high, targeting these lows. A pretty good RR trade. I'll be looking into this as the month does develop here in September. We got Christopher Constance saying, "What's up, guys? Just woke up. Good to see you, Chris. Smash that like button if you're just tuning in right now." Ladradoodle says, "Connor, thoughts on Litecoin after the halving, time to bolt?" So yeah, Litecoin was a letdown. It wasn't a bit of a letdown. It was a letdown. But here's the thing. It's not like the rest of the market necessarily did anything in that meantime. But Litecoin looks like everybody went ahead and sold their coins here, right? On this daily price chart, we have 3 days of selling. And in those 3 days, price dropped 33%. 3 days and 33%. That's quite a lot of selling in that 3-day time period. Somebody unloaded. Now, does it make sense to sell Litecoin here? To me, no, not at all. It doesn't make any sense to me personally. Especially if we draw this trend line and we can see we're sitting at another kind of big support level here. Going back to the March 2020 low, right? That Pico bottom down here at $23. We connect the current bear market lows over here at around $45. We have 2 touches of that trend line now. It's confirmed. And we're now back at the support trend line. So to me, selling Litecoin here would be like selling the bottom. Yeah, so I'm not sure what you mean, Ladradoodle, by time to bolt. But yeah, I mean, looking at this chart, you're at a yearly trend line test level here. To me, it feels like selling the bottom. I don't know. I'm not going to sell it. Litecoin is one of my kind of... Look, if you want to maximize your reward potential in this upcoming bull run, Litecoin, I still think it can do something crazy and go on a crazy run. I do still have that thesis. But if you really want to kind of maximize your capital, then stick with the new coins. You make that decision. I can't make that decision for you. Raphael says, "Thanks, Connor, for all you do." No problem, Raphael. Appreciate your support. Cold hands. That's Ton right now. Ton has not had a bull run. It just came out last year. WorldCoin and Ton both haven't had runs. So I like Ton way better than WLD WorldCoin. The Telegram coin Ton, certainly, oh, it looks like it ripped. So I actually bought a ton of spot Ton. And I hope my guys in the Discord did as well. I've just been sitting on this thing. So this trade I posted all the way back in July, saying buy this up at $1.43. And there we go. Nice rip. But yeah, Ton has not had a bull run as well. So it's a good coin. I like Telegram. I think Telegram is the future. It does have to compete with X.com now with Elon Musk, but yeah, Telegram is not going anywhere, and their coin has a lot of use case within the app. So now it's past my my buy levels, but certainly something to look into. If you don't have any for this next bull run. Chris saying Caspa has run too far this year. I agree, Chris. I have not bought any Caspa. I don't own any of this, but it's on my watch list. I would like to see it correct more. It feels way too overextended to the upside, especially when it was up here at 4 to 5 cents. It was way too overextended. Realistically, I'd like to see this below 2.5 cents. I'd like to see it below this line, below this yellow line. In this hole. Let's leave that hole on the chart and see if the hole does get filled. But yeah, up here, it doesn't feel right to buy it up here. That feels like emotions. That feels like fear of missing out if you're buying up now. Of course, you're going to have all the Caspa geeks and nerds in their community saying, oh my God, this is the best coin ever. You need to buy it now at 3.4 cents or you're going to miss the boat. You let them talk. Caspa has a cult-like community where people are just obsessed with it and it's all they talk about. Let them do their talking. I'll stay here and I'll look at the chart and I'll look at a place where I want to buy it and I'll go ahead and execute my plan. That's just kind of how I do things. I'm not one of these kind of insane cult members saying this is the best coin ever. We need to buy it at the current price or we're going to miss it. So Chris, I'm right there with you. Boca Juniors, Mina Protocol, and Nakamoto Games. So Naka is a good one. And it looks like it just ripped up today. Somebody's buying this. Although this daily candle, it's on a Labor Day weekend Sunday. And the volume is the lowest it's been in months. So yeah, I wouldn't necessarily trust this pump. Pump it on very low volume, sketchy. I would not be surprised to see people, selling out of this. But with that being said, you have to kind of watch this diagonal here. Watch this diagonal. But yeah, I can see a hard rejection off this diagonal. We're pumping on very low volume on a holiday weekend. If some kind of news just came out that I'm not aware of with Naka, then I will 100% say to look for shorts on this. This looks like a short the news pump. I have not checked up on Naka. I have no idea what's going on. But yeah, regardless, Naka, when it comes to crypto gaming, this is definitely something to consider holding. I don't hold any right now, but I would consider it. And then Mina. Mina on your daily time frame. Look at her weekly time frame. Yeah, so something like this. I know fundamentally speaking, Mina is good technology. I'm not sure about the tokenomics though. It looks like the tokenomic. I mean, it got smoked in the bear market, so you can't necessarily single it out and say it's a bad apple because the entire kind of crypto market cap got smoked in this bear market. So, but yeah, I mean, Mina right now, there's really not much to say. If you like this coin, you're bullish on Mina. It's at all-time lows. So yeah, you can consider buying it if you like it. Yeah, it's literally making all-time lows right now. So you want to be a value investor, you want to buy it low and you want to sell it high. Now is the time to buy something low. It's making an all-time low as we speak. Michael DJI Manor. Connor, do you think BitSense or Tau can 50x from here? Yes. I do think it can hit $2,500 in this upcoming bull market. $2,500 would be at 50x. I do think that's possible. Especially because it's an AI coin as well. Michael says, how well do you think ARK and RVF will do next bull run? So ARK, I have no idea. No idea what this is. Looks like it's making all-time lows. As we, oh no, it pumped up huge in this past month, actually. We went 10x in a month. Yeah, there you go. Wow. Well, I don't know what this coin does, so I can't say. Something like RVF. RVF is similar to CHNG. Basically just kind of a DeFi exchange that allows you to swap any asset, no matter the blockchain, in a non-custodial manner. So RVF, I think you can do very well in the bull run. And it's going to be a big concern. Exchanges cracking down. A lot of exchanges want mandatory know your customer regulations now, KYC. You know, Bitget is one of them. Bitget, my kind of main exchange. If you're outside of the US, I would recommend you can trade on Bitget. But yeah, I mean, it's tough. They're all cracking down. I'm also partnered with BingX. If you want to sign up there and use my link, you'll get deposit bonuses and discounted trading fees. But regardless, the exchange crackdown is only going to get worse. So these decentralized kind of exchanges that allow you to swap anything like RocketX Exchange and CHNG Changely, they have a product market fit that makes a lot of sense. So I think they can do well in the bull market. How high it can go, I'm not sure. But it has that product market fit because centralized exchanges are only going to get worse in terms of crackdowns and regulations and all that other nonsense. So they have a place. Dan Franzelli says, hey, Connor, I caught you live. First time in a long time. Good to see you, Dan. See, Colehan says, Matic is the best old altcoin. I mean, Matic is the best coin. Matic made me appreciate crypto because I did quite well on this. So yeah, Matic always has a special place in my heart. You got your bear market lows down here at 31 cents. It looks like price wants to go ahead and revisit those lows down here at 31 cents. So would not be surprised if it comes back down into this zone. The first time I covered Matic on YouTube was right here in March of 2021 when the price was right around $30. But when I first bought Matic, I was not making any YouTube content, right? I was not a YouTuber at that point. But that was over here in November of 2020, right? So Matic it's bullish. It's got good tech. But for me, personally speaking, I'm not planning necessarily to ride this one for another bull market. But if you want to do that, you can go ahead and do what you want. Nobody's stopping you. Let's see. Are we hoping that Coinbase will do a base airdrop? What other airdrops are you looking at right now? So the airdrops I'm looking at right now are the same airdrops that I've been looking at all year long. The big three. You got Layer 0, you got Starknet, and you got ZK Sync. Those are the big three. Those are like the only three worth farming in my opinion. We just saw what happened with Sui, or not Sui, SEI. I didn't put any effort into this airdrop, and I'm glad I didn't. They basically didn't airdrop the community anything. Like, they gave people like a few dollars or like cents. So most airdrops are not worth farming. If Coinbase does a base token airdrop, it could be worth farming potentially. But most airdrops are complete trash and a waste of time, right? You want to focus on the big ones. And the big ones are the ones that I've been creating content on all year long. Layer 0, Starknet, ZK Sync. I wouldn't really focus on any other ones. There's really no point, in my opinion, to focus on other ones. Right? Focus on the big three, maximize the big three, and get your money from those. And realistically speaking, if these airdrops happen early or late this year in Q4 or early next year, you can roll that money into a bull market portfolio and you can grow it exponentially. And you literally kind of play the game for free because you got the airdrop money for free just by putting in your time to farm it. Yeah, so, right, I mean, that's what I did with my Arbitrum airdrop. My Arbitrum airdrop into Monkey's token, and that thing went 40x, albeit I didn't really sell it at 40x, but hey, still, which goes to show you what you can do with that airdrop change, that cash money. Anyway, let's see what's going on with this live chat. Full hands. Or let's see, dances. With the stock market so overbought, I will definitely start buying some quality crypto tokens over the next couple months. Some old coins like Matic and some new ones as well. I like that, Dan. Yeah, these next couple months, I mean, right now, especially too, like this is the time where you want to be buying up the coins you want to hold. You know, every single time when the bull market is happening, right? We're going to look at this content in 2024, 2025. You're going to look at the coin, right? Like this is something everybody does in crypto. Everybody does this. They'll go to CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap, and they'll look at the price in the bear market, and they'll see that something like BNB was $30, and then it went up to $600, and they're all like, "Why didn't I buy it down here 30? Oh my God, I can't believe I missed that." Right? This happens every single cycle, and it's probably going to happen again. So yeah, this is like the bottom period on the chart. Obviously, BNB is an example of what happened in previous runs. But you get the point I'm trying to make here. It's just let everybody who's not putting in the work right now go ahead and do that. We're going to be the ones that look at the chart in the bull market when it's here, and we're like, yeah, we were buying it down there at those bear market lows. That's why we're up millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars, whatever. Full hands. Market cap analysts of Ton is crazy. It's over 6 billion. Analysis number 11 or something already just came out. WorldCoin has a market cap under 200 million. Yeah, listen, WLD, you can go ahead and buy this coin. Like, this thing is like Big Brother 2.0. I'm staying far away from this thing. I don't care what it does. There's better coins out there in my opinion too. But yeah, I mean, if you want to make money with the coin, go make the money. Go do that. Chris, has anyone seen Joy? Well, I know you have, Chris, because you messaged me about it already. I believe it's Joy's stream. But yeah, I'm not really low market cap coin. Streaming platform. So you got a lot of competition in this market for like streaming platforms. You also got things like XCAD. And I know XCAD has been around for a while now. And it's kind of a watch to earn platform where they pay you to watch YouTube videos. I'm pretty sure you can make like $20 plus a day just to watch YouTube videos on XCAD. Right, so if you're in a place in the world where $20 is a lot of money and that changes things for you, well then I would look into it. For some people that makes a big difference. Money is always relative, right? Let's see, Boca. Connor, do you like GMX and RDNT? I like RDNT. GMX, yeah, I can see it doing well, but if I was going to hold one, I would hold RDNT. New coin, money market on Arbitrum, similar to something like Aave, but this is Arbitrum native. And again, new coin. Launched peak bear market July 2022. All-time low, 1 penny. Currently trading at 21 cents. Market cap $66 million. Arbitrum's going to be big. I mean, Arbitrum itself is a layer 2. Good coin. No unlocks on Arbitrum until March of 2024. And RDNT is kind of like your main DeFi app on Arbitrum. So to answer your question, Boca Juniors, I like RDNT more than GMX. Yeah, Chris, I agree with you that Base won't do an airdrop, but I don't know. They said they're not going to do an airdrop, but every single coin that does an airdrop, besides the Blur token, which made it very clear they were going to do an airdrop, but every coin says they're not going to do an airdrop, and then they go ahead and do one anyway. So who knows what will happen with Base. But yeah, I would just focus on the big 3 if you're going to farm airdrops. Mike B. Lavana token in October. Yeah, that's encouraging. Progress, right? Progress, not perfection. 3 years later. I have to check up on what's happening in the Lavana community because I have not checked that in basically years. We got some gaming coins on the move. Vulcan Forge PYR. So something must have happened with gaming. Something's going on because we just saw Nakamoto Games pump. Now we're seeing PYR pump, breaking this diagonal downtrend line. Although it's still in this major bear market range. But yeah, what's the news? What's the gaming news? Also, by the way, this is my new character for Crypto Empire. Follow me on Twitter if you're not already. And also, join the Zeely campaign. I'm giving away $500. There's going to be multiple winners winning $25 each. And I will be giving away 3 spots to my private Discord as well. So go to my Twitter, see the pinned tweet, and enter into this Zeely giveaway. Click on the link here. This is all legit, right? I made all of this, so you don't have to worry about clicking on fishy links. This is the official Zeely. I'll click it right here on stream to show you. As you see, it's going to give you some tasks to do. Go ahead and complete these tasks for your chance to win some cash or 1 month free in my Discord, all on my Twitter. But yeah, what's the gaming news? Does anybody know what's going on? YGG just institutional investment. They sold off to invest in GameFi coins. Look at YGG chart. It went bananas a few weeks ago. My man, cold hands with the source. Shout out to Cold Hands. YGG. Yeah, so this thing went bananas a few weeks ago, like you said. You're bullish on Rose. Yes, still bullish on Oasis Rose. One of the old coins that I'm still holding right now, Rose. I think it's going to make a new all-time high past 50 cents. Not every old coin is going to make new all-time highs, but I think Rose is one that has the potential to do so. It has great potential to do so. So yeah, I'm still bullish on Rose. So see, YGG bleeding out, Gala. Somebody's selling Gala. Somebody's selling Gala. Look, I'm by no means perfect, but at least I'm not one of these clowns making a video on Gala games every single day. This chart is ugly. But from a risk reward standpoint, now is the time where you want to be a buyer. Like, if you're going to invest in gaming for the next gaming run, Gala probably going to do something crazy, right? It's already gone up to 6 cents. So if you can get this underneath a penny, makes sense. Let's see. Chris says, big turmoil in Gala founders suing each other over tokens. Labradoodle, main question, do you still feel good about Litecoin? I love Litecoin. Long-term speaking, Litecoin is extremely bullish. Yes, I'm a Litecoin bull 1000%. And I just said, if you sell now, you're basically selling the bottom. So yeah, Litecoin bull through and through. Gala lawsuit, the founders are suing themselves over tokens. Gala founders sued each other. PYR has big announcements coming on the 7th, so I think they're hopping in now. Look, all these pumps, they're all kind of short-lived right now in this current state of the market. Vulcan Forged, let's see, ALU, Altuda, not really doing anything. What's that other one? That Chinese one. What's it called? I don't know. I forget the name of it. High Street. High. What's High doing? Nothing. Yeah, so I mean the gaming pumps can't really trust them, right? So if you're buying gaming, you want to be kind of focused on the longer term here, not these shorter term pumps. They're all very low market cap. They're easy to move. All it takes is a few buyers to go ahead and push the price up, and with that, a few sellers to push the price down. So if you're buying gaming now, you need to kind of have a longer term time horizon, and you can't be flustered by the pumps and dumps happening. Or you need to kind of think on the bigger picture and wait for the money to come back into the market, because the money has not come into the market for months. We look at the total market cap. Zero new capital has been coming into this market. Zero new capital, especially altcoins. So yeah, if you're buying gaming coins now, you got to kind of have the mindset that you might have to wait 6, 12, 18, maybe even 24 months. But if you can wait that long, there's a pretty good chance you're going to catch multiple 100x's with those gaming tokens. Team members in Gala sued each other. Heard something about 130 million lawsuit. Yeah, I mean, this token, there's something always happening with Gala, it seems. I remember when they got hacked. I remember I entered into a long, because it was, let's see, let's go look at Gala. I remember I entered into a leverage long when Gala got hacked and I got just wrecked. I think it was over here. No, I don't remember exactly when it was. I think it was last year. I don't remember exactly. But yeah, like they got hacked. You couldn't predict it. I think it was over here. I think it was in like December of 2022. I don't remember exactly, but it was on the support level. I'm like, oh, this looks good. And then an hour later, bam, millions of dollars of Gala tokens exploited. Now their founders are suing each other. It's a mess. Like, what the heck is this? What about AVAX? So let's do some basic analysis of Avalanche right now. All-time high, $144. What was the market cap when that all-time high happened? Market cap was 30 mil. You have to understand there was a lot less tokens in circulation back when AVAX hit. I'm sorry, I said 30 mil. I meant 30 bill. $30 billion market cap, right? In December and November of 2021. There was a lot less tokens in circulation at that current moment in time. Right, so you cannot necessarily expect AVAX to make new all-time highs because there's so much more tokens in circulation. But can you expect AVAX to go back up to $50, $60, $70, $80? That's very plausible. All right, so as it does continue to drop here below 10, it makes sense. The risk reward makes a ton of sense. Because if you look at this chart, and AVAX is bullish tech. I like AVAX in terms of fundamentals. And I won't say that about every layer one that had a good run in the last bull market. But if we look at AVAX here, like look how key this $10 level is. All right, so we go below 10, we may come over here towards 5. And like I just said, you can't really anticipate it making a new all-time high. I certainly would not expect it to make a new all-time high because of the dilution that's occurred from this $30 billion market cap. There's too many more coins in circulation, right? If it goes back up to a $30 billion market cap, the price is not going to be $144. It's going to be lower, right? So I would definitely consider selling when it does approach this $30 billion market cap level when the bull run rolls around. Yeah, but the lower you can get it, the better. And I think it's still going to be like a safe multiplier, but you can't expect like a 50 or 100x on it. Right? That happened in the last cycle, and that's why we look for new coins that haven't experienced a bull market for this fresh upcoming cycle. Kind of basic stuff right there. Anyways, guys, listen, we've been streaming for an hour and 15 minutes. It's time for me to call this one. So I hope you all enjoyed this live stream. It's been good to catch up with everybody and resume our Sunday live streams. We'll be back next Sunday, of course. I'm going to go live a few times during the week now that I have a proper setup to stream from. All right, I'm not hopping on and off planes all the time, so we have some kind of structure to work from now. I'll be pumping out some regular content. I'll also be going live more frequently. Be on the lookout for that. Join the Telegram group. Also, the ebook will be out soon as well. So a lot to look forward to here. A lot of production coming from Crypto Empire, where we dominate the crypto market. I am your host. Hope you enjoyed the stream. If you haven't already, smash that like button right now. Join the free Telegram group. I would highly consider joining the Crypto Empire Premium Discord group. You can go to cryptoempireco.io to go ahead and find the details to join the Discord. If you're looking for an exchange to trade on, check out Bitget, check out BingX. Links down in the description below. But realistically speaking, if you can buy it on Uniswap, I would suggest just buy it on Uniswap. you plan on holding it. But for trading, I use Bitget. You can use BingX, both great exchanges. Other than that, follow me on Twitter, and I hope you enjoyed the live stream. My name is Connor from Crypto Empire. I'll see you in the next video.